freedom, peace, severed soul ties, not holding on to anything anymore, releasing all of it, releasing all the chains, freedom. No more in the darkness. Welcome. Welcome once again to the Self-Love No Rules channel, where everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome, family. Everybody's welcome over here. Call everybody in. All your friends, all your kins. Let them know one of the best channels in the world is back on again. What's happening, fam? What's happening? Hey. We got one today. We definitely not gonna make this one too long today, family. The program today is gonna be about revelations and reconciliations, okay? Self-realizations, fam. Self-realizations, okay? Like I told y'all, fam. Like I told y'all. Look here. Hey, you gotta lead by example. Okay, I'm leading by example. I was willing to put myself out there. Naked, exposed to the world. Got my life on a platter. Up for ridicule, up for comments, derogatory or otherwise. You know. And it's what leaders do, family. You know, we put ourselves out there, we lead by example, and when things go down, we gotta take responsibility. Gotta take responsibility for that, okay? So, like I said, family, that's, you know, y'all can check my receipts and look at my story and see for yourself. Everything that I told you all today, everything that we talked about, from how I started, how I progressed, all the different layers, all the different stories, to where I am right now, okay? Go check it all out, family. It's all there. It's all there, family. Exposed. I woke up early in the morning and looked at it all, family. It was all revealed to me even. Okay, so I knew that this was the message. And I got a real good laugh out of it. But it's how it goes, family. It's how it goes. And I'm going to share that with y'all, right? I'm going to share that with y'all today. So go grab your popcorn, sit down, have a seat, relax. And let me explain to you how this goes. Okay? Buckle up. Buckle up. Because like I told y'all, ain't nobody exempt. Ain't nobody exempt. Okay? Hey. When you talk about these illusions and all this confusion and all this other kind of stuff, yeah, it's like that, fam. It's like that. So, see if I can get through this message. I'm still laughing at myself. But anyway, so yeah, remember, like I told y'all, fam, when you start dealing with this shadow, right? And you make a decision to start loving yourself. It's gonna be some things that's gonna be coming at you, family. It's gonna be, it's a part of you. It's gonna be a part of you, and that shadow, whatever, like that. Not to mention anybody else's shadow, but just your own shadow. It may be working against you, okay? Your own shadow may be working against you, okay? So you gotta understand, family, that when you're doing that work, when you're really doing the work, it's gonna be some days you're gonna be tested. You're gonna want to be in bed all day. You're not gonna, you may not want to talk to anybody. It may be all kind of things going on when you make a decision to start loving yourself, because it's been a part of you. It's been a part of you that's been in a program. It's been a part of you that hasn't really been loving yourself like you should have been. You know what I mean? So we get in all these situations, and we not really fulfilling our purpose, and we've had things that's going against us as children, and we took that to our adulthood, and we suppressed a lot of these tendencies and whatever like that. And once you decide to love yourself, all this stuff may start coming to the forefront, family. It may start coming out in all kind of ways and acting out in all kind of ways, okay? So as I examine my story, and like I said, my story is out there on Front Street, family. My story is out there for the example as to how this all can play out in the world, in your inner world, in your outer world, whatever. So you all can see firsthand of what may be going on. And now keep in mind, although my life has been out there exposed, if there's anything inside you that feels like you want to point a finger, keep in mind, your shadow is possibly gaslighting you and telling you, oh, look, see, they're like this. I'm not like this. I'm not like that. I'm better or something else than that. That's how your shadow hides from itself, man. It rather points the finger at somebody else and say they're this and they're that, so it won't look at his own self. See? That's how the shadow operates, fam. That's what it does. I'm gonna help y'all. We're not gonna be falling for them tricks anymore with our own shadow. Ain't talking about nobody else's shadow and any kind of plans and all this other kind of stuff that's going up against us. Our own shadow, okay? So, but like I said, get back off of that. But like I said, I was willing to put my life on the line. Why? I already know, fam, because y'all worth it for me, okay? My world and my planet and my kids, y'all all worth it for me, family. Ain't nothing but unconditional love over here. I'm really like that, fam. The divine made me really like that, okay? And on top of that, I chose to be that and continue to be that. I don't care what's coming up against me. You all are worth it for me, family. So, as I look back at my life, I'm realizing that being in survival mode, go day one, in the beginning, feeling like I have a purpose because I decided to love myself enough to come on camera in the beginning and say, you know what, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. Yeah, that's my intuition, okay? That's my higher self talking to me. Because I started to love myself and realize, wait a minute, something's going on. I don't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, okay? That's like you getting a calling, a life purpose. So that's how it started for me in the beginning. And then all of a sudden, things started going on in my relationship. And that's when I came on and started talking to you guys. I had to talk to somebody. So, okay. I decided to love myself and come on the camera and say, hey, look, I need somebody to talk to. So I'm going to talk to my family. It's got to be somebody else out there that know what I'm talking about. Okay. That's where I went right there with that. But keep in mind, I'm in survival mode still beginning the work, still in my shadow. Haven't done that work yet. So, but I'm feeling some type of way, you know what I mean? I'm starting to recognize and realize some things, which is some of the steps that may start occurring. So like I said, follow all of that, fam, and you'll see all the steps that were happening in my life. How I got to having a calling, deciding to love myself enough to come on camera and talk to you guys, going through a breakup, to evolving, talking about feeling good, talking about putting my heart out there, talking about what real abundance was and what I thought it was, and then I got it taken from me, and then I realized what real abundance was and what real wealth was. Not the money, but the connection with the divine. So check all the steps out, family. It's all lined up. It's all lined up for you to witness. Okay, the evolution of going from the survival mode, shadow, to evolving to get to a point of peace. You see where I'm going with this, fam? You see where I'm going with it? To just evolving, deciding to go do the shadow work. When I went from putting my heart out there to you guys to really going in and saying, you know what, start talking about a war. Okay, so I'm starting, the shadow started to understand, my higher self starting to understand that, or my shadow started thinking, I'm going to have a war with my higher self, the highest version of myself, okay? So I'm anticipating a battle. So we going into the shadow world now all of a sudden, okay? And so when you start to go into the shadow world, you start dealing with that kind of stuff, all kind of confusions and illusions and delusions may come up, fam. You see? You may start seeing certain things. You may start feeling some type of way. You may start acting out some type of way. You may start telling all kind of stories, okay? You might start going outside of yourself to look for answers. And if you start to look for answers outside yourself on this or on that, you may start to feel like that's your reality, okay? And check it all out, fam. Y'all start seeing all the stories that start coming out. I'm not saying this may have been that or this may not have been that, but you know, it could have been illusions and confusions and people saying, oh, he delusional and this and that, whatever. And hey, look, in some form of fashion, it may just be some form of fashion like that, fam. The shadow can get deluded. It can fall for illusions. hey, and we all got that shadow, right? So remember I said about that pointing the finger and this and that or whatever. No matter what you're telling yourself, your story may not be my story. But if you ain't really doing that work and you ain't really, you know, it's easy for that shadow to lie and gaslight itself. Don't get it twisted, fam. I'm telling you right now. Don't get it twisted. When you're doing that shadow work, keep in mind, hey, you want to stay centered and you want to stay within yourself, because if you start going outside yourself, witness my story, family. Witness my story, okay? You start coming up with all kind of things. But one thing that remained constant in my life as I was evolving, divinely protected, fam. That never wavered. My connection with the divine, it never wavered. It never changed. Okay? That's one thing I wanted to let y'all know right now. I was divinely protected through the whole thing. I was always safe. Y'all seen me on that right there. With all these stories and all this and that, whatever going on, and me coming up with worst case scenarios and this and that, whatever. And I could have made them stories as being real in my reality. Because I may have been going outside myself to get these stories, okay? Instead of going within myself and trusting my intuition to say, hey, wait a minute. Maybe it really wasn't like that. Maybe I really wasn't what I thought it really was. I may have been making all of this stuff up, but because I decided to go outside myself, I got a whole another imaginary story, and it caused me to accuse, to blame, to act out, to do this and do that, because the shadow and the ego trying to work together and it's trying to keep itself from going away and from being recognized and being exposed. Feeling like it's not love, feeling like I'm not really giving it any love. Okay? So, and it's really more of the ego really not feeling like it's going through an ego death, and it really don't want to check out. It want to defend to the death. Okay? That's why I call it ego death. That's why I call it ego death, fam. Because you gotta, hey, look, hey, you ain't gotta, but you gotta get up out of it. You know what I mean? We don't need that. Hey, I appreciate you, but that shadow gotta come out and play. Okay, we so it's that higher self trying to get in contact. So, like I said, fam, you may come up with all kind of stories within yourself. I'm talking about in your relationships, at your job, and this and that, whatever. That's why I say, fam, when you're going outside yourself, when you're going for these answers, you may come up with all kind of stuff, family. So you got to get back to that place of breaking all that down, deciding to give all that up and going within yourself. Like I said, we may be able to use these outside sources for tools, fam, but see if it resonates with you. See if it's making you feel good. If that particular site or channel is making you feel like you want to attack somebody or you want to accuse or blame somebody, go that way, fam. Oh yeah, go that way. If it's feeling like you making you want to oh, that person did this, and you don't even really got no real proof, fam, but you thinking and you're not really going inside yourself to say, you know what, is it really like that? Go that way, fam, quick. Because that's not the show you need to be looking at. That go to a channel. If you're gonna go and use that tool, go to something that resonates with you, something that's making you feel like, you know what, check inside yourself. Check inside yourself and see if that's how you really, really feeling. How is it making you feel good, or is it making you feel like you want to do something to somebody or act out or go call somebody else and see if they doing this or you doing that, or you hiding behind the shadows and all this other kind of stuff. Check that out, fam. See how it's making you feel. If it's making you feel some type of way, then you know that ain't God, fam. That ain't making you feel good. You wanna, if you ain't not making yourself feel good, don't go to no place outside yourself that's making you feel even worse. That's a recipe for disaster, fam. Y'all see, look, go check it all out. You'll see how what them stories came out to when I'm in my shadow and going outside myself. Okay? This is what goes on, fam. But also check out how I evolved, how I came out of that place. See, I had to let all of that go, reconnect myself with the divine, so I can get some real answers, go to get some expert advice, and only use those any specific channels for tools that resonates with me. If it ain't making me feel good, I'm going this way. I'm going that way. If it ain't making me feel good, we ain't doing that. Oh, it make it sounding like this, or you trying to say something, you gaslighting me saying, yeah, this was good, but then you saying, oh, but they this. No. You're not gonna gaslight me like that either. That's an illusion. See, they trying to come in through the back door. Okay, they don't let them come in through the back door, fam. So you got to be watchful of these kind of things. Okay, we got to be watchful of that kind of thing, because this is what, hey, when you're dealing with that shadow like that, family, all kind of, these illusions and these show, hey, some of these it's meant to confuse you, to steal, kill, and destroy. All right, that's what a part of the master plan that's out there right now, whatever, to deceive. You know, and to get us in these situations where we, you know, we breaking up our homes and we accusing people of this and that or whatever, and it ain't even the real story. We didn't even get that from ourselves. We got that from somewhere outside of ourselves, stuck in our shadows and this and that or whatever like that, fam. Don't look. We not gonna fall for these kind of delusions like that anymore. Even from ourselves, we gonna love ourselves, and we gonna go inside, and we gonna reconnect with our divine, and we gonna mend our relationships. We're gonna heal our relationships. We're gonna understand what it really is, and what it's really not. Okay, that's what we're gonna do on this channel, family. We check how I started to evolve then. Okay, finding my place of peace, making peace with whatever anybody has done, making peace with whoever sends any comments, starting to make peace now with whatever anybody has done, learning to forgive myself, make peace with myself, and not let anybody take that, no matter what it is that they're doing and what they're not doing, because I realize now, if anybody doing this or doing that, I'm going this way. That's no problem. We own that. But you see how I evolved, and I started to connect now and make peace with just life, knowing that I was divinely protected, knowing that I was safe. My inner child began to be safe now. And so now I can come out and not worry about coming up with all these stories anymore. You know, the delusions and the confusions and all that stuff starts to disappear. You see? Look how I evolved. Check it out. You know, those stories started to become less stories, and it started to become more about not about families or this person or exes or all this other kind of stuff. It started to go to just the illusion alone. How to look at that illusion and see what the master plan was. Okay? To keep us in this confused state, to keep us in this confused world, because it's targeting our shadows. It's targeting our weak, vulnerable points. That's what I do. Like I told y'all, I get them where it hurts. I cause confusion and illusion right where it hurts. Right at that little child. Get them when they're early. You see? That's what's going on, fam. They get us when we get them when they're early in them childhoods. And you definitely got them when they get older. Oh yeah, you can have them working for you. You can have them keeping you rich. Going to them 9 to 5s. You got to get them when they're young. Told y'all, get that inner child, get them in their shadows, let them put up that ego, and we could get them to work for us for the rest of their lives. And we gonna have our kids, I'm gonna have my kids a boss over your kids, okay? Because you gonna teach them like you was taught in your shadow. And so I'm over here with my master plan, and my kids over here, I'm teaching them the master plan that I got on y'all, and I'm gonna have them bossing over your kids. See, that's what I do. Oh yeah. The master plan, okay? We're not falling for that anymore over here, family. We're not falling for it anymore over here, okay? We're not letting them get over on us anymore. We're not gonna come up over here with all this, you know, with the religious stuff and this and that, whatever like that, and got a million different versions of a book. And then and one of your books is co-written by a parent, somebody that loves children in a whole different kind of way. James something is what his name is. I think he was a king or something like that. He was loving on little children, writing a book that everybody following on. Go check it out, fam. Do your research. I'm not falling for it anymore. I'm not falling for it anymore. It's meant to divide us up, family. Get us stuck in our shadows. Get us falling for the illusions, so we can continue on the rat race. Getting up every morning, 9 to 5, getting in traffic, going to make the master with their plan rich, keep their kids rich, keep all the money in their family, and keep us doing what we've been doing. In our shadows, passing our shadows down to our kids, and raising up a whole bunch of other shadows that are going to be submissive to the master planner's kids. I want to tell my kids right now, don't you fall for any of that. Daddy say, don't you fall for any of that. Hear me good. You become the masters of your own world. Master your own mind. Okay? We not letting anybody else be the boss of us. That's over. Those days are over. We exposing all of that. Find your peace. And don't let nobody take that from you. And don't think you got to work for no money. Come up out of them shadows. Come back to your light. Fulfill your purpose. Imagine again. And do what you love to do. And love what you're doing. And that becomes valuable to the world. We're working no 9 to 5 that you don't even like, packing no box. We coming up out of them boxes. Not falling for it anymore over here, family. And I'm not teaching my kids any of that. I was determined to come out of my shadow so I could give my kids something that break that curse and give them something that they can take and pass on down to their kids. I'm gonna be that leader by example. I'm gonna be that leader by example. And they're gonna witness me, and they're gonna witness my growth, and they're gonna witness my abundance because I decided I made a decision to love myself and said that enough is enough. Ain't nobody gonna keep me on no chessboard and keep playing these same old moves on me, and I'm gonna keep falling for the same trick. I ain't falling for it anymore, family. I told y'all. I'm gonna start thinking like they think, family. I told y'all, I'm gonna start thinking like they think. You gotta know how your enemies thinking. You gotta know how they thinking, family. You gotta know how they thinking, so you know the moves that they making. It's like that. I was a child trying to figure it all out. What's going on here? None of this making no sense to me. It's because I came from another life, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna straighten all of this out. I'm gonna go in that family right there. Because they gonna tell me something that's gonna get me all twisted, and I'm gonna figure it all out. Oh yeah, it's like that, fam. It's like that. They gonna tell me something that probably ain't gonna make no sense to me. And it's gonna trigger me to do something else. See, it's just like that, fam. It gonna trigger me to be able to come to you guys right now and expose all of it. That's how this goes, family. Like I told y'all, I signed up for this. We choose our parents. Hey, everything's connected, family. There's a lot going on in the background, but you got to be able to do your own research, okay? I ain't giving you those answers. You got to do your own research. But like I told you before, this channel is for us to love ourselves and come up out of them shadows so we can change this world. That's what I came back here for, to change this world. And look at, fam, let me get a, but like I said, to get to this point that I'm at right now, okay, it ain't no delusions coming from this. This is a clear, concise message. We're not talking about this, somebody doing this and any exes or whatever like that. None of that. Okay? None of that. We're talking about the illusions and confusions of the world. And since I mentioned that, fam, let me get to this right here. You know, regardless of what goes on in our families, even my parents, even my parents, you know, and I want to put it out there to my parents, because my parents taught me the best that they knew out of their shadow. Okay, they may have been going through some things, and they say, you know what, I'm not gonna treat my child like this. I'm gonna find a better way than what I came up with, or whatever like that. That may be fine and good. That's exemplary. But there's other things that may have been going on in the background that they wasn't aware of, and what I'm exposing right now. Okay, see, we start going to we start turning to this, and we start turning to that, and we may start turning to, how you doing? We may start turning to other beliefs outside of ourselves that may try to help us navigate what happened to us in our shadow. Okay, we may start going to something outside of ourselves to worship or to do this or do that or whatever like that. And I get it, and there's no right or wrong with that, because we all have our own journeys, and we all gonna find out at some stage what it really is. Okay, so there's no right or wrong when it comes down to that. But like I said, but right now, they done the best that they could for me or whatever like that. And it wasn't meant for me to get that answer that I needed, because I had to go somewhere else to the divine to get that answer for myself, okay? And that's how it was meant. That's how it was lined up before I even came to this world. See, I had to choose them, in those temples or this and that, whatever. I chose that, okay? How my life was going to line up. How my life was going to line up, and what I was going to do, and what my purpose was going to be. And I was going to live out and fulfill my purpose. And I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for them. You know what I mean? Because they're worth it. I'll go. There's going to be some pains. There's going to be some this and that or whatever. And there's going to be some things that's going to come up against me. And but I was going to endure it. I was going to get through it. I was going to find my peace. I saw it all. And I said, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? And so here I am, fam. Here I am. Check out my story right now. See where I am right now. At peace. No more delusions. No more confusions. But like I said before, fam, healing is going to be an ongoing thing. We're in these human bodies. We're going to go through more challenges. We're going to go through more obstacles. As long as we're here on this planet, it's going to be still some shadows that other people they got going on in them that may be trying to get you out your and get you to develop some karma for yourself. Okay, these things are going to come at you, family, but we're going to learn how to have our tools, and we're going to learn how to be able to keep our peace, still be able to be wise in those situations, and get ourselves out of them if we have to, and agree to disagree. And it may be, in our families or whatever it may be or whatever, and still have our boundaries up and still be able to coexist together. There may be some that you're not going to be able to, it's just like that. But we're still going to be, obstacles and everything like that, fam. So, I wanted to hit on that. I wanted to make sure we put that out there, because it's like that, family. You know what I mean? And these things can come up and these things can occur that but you want to get to that place of peace. You want to get to that place. And I said, with my family, I want to tell my parents, I love you all. We may have our differences or whatever like that, but you guys have been exemplary for me, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys, and hey, look, if we can agree to disagree and still love each other, it's all good. You know what I mean? There's still love, and with my brothers, it's all love, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. I have the best little brother it is in the whole world, family. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody got a better little brother than I do. Okay, so like I said before, regardless of whatever it is or whatever it was, we know what it is. You know what I mean? And nobody gonna love their little brother more than me. Okay, it's like that. It's like that. So, when it come right down to it, we gonna bond, we gonna get together, we gonna break bread, and it is what it is, okay? And with my sisters, I love my sisters. My sisters are beautiful, all of them. All my sisters are beautiful, I mean? Regardless of what kind of confusion and whatever like that it was I had, I got nothing but love for my sisters. You know what I mean? they've always been there for me. Okay, so I just want to put that out there in regards to my family. So if there's any confusion or anything like that about that, I want to let y'all know that listen, I have a relationship with the divine for myself, and that's gonna be what it is, and that's how it goes. All right. But as far as my family goes, I love my family. Okay, nothing gonna take that away from me. You know what I mean? And if we got differences, we agree to disagree or whatever. It is what it is. But I have my own relationship with the divine. Outside of any book or anything like that or whatever like that, this is what I have for myself, and that's how it's gonna be. Okay, it is what it is. And to any of my exes, whatever like that, some of them not in my life, I'm letting all that go. But as far as I forgive all. I forgive you all, and put my forgiveness out there with like that for you guys. If there's anything that sounded crazy for me, I'm asking y'all for forgiveness for me. Okay, that's how it goes. And to that one special girl that's out there, whatever like that, you know who you are. You always can hear me through the music. There's been confusions and illusions, baby, and my heart is open. And everything ain't what it seems. Just know that. Everything has changed right now. I've always supported and always been loyal to the cause, and I never wavered from that. Just letting you know that right now, okay? So, go inside yourself and recognize who I really am. And once you do that, we'll be together like we're supposed to be. Like that real power couple. Like we came here for. Ain't nobody could take us apart. Ain't nobody gonna separate us. Not even us, okay? We were meant to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Don't fall for any illusions or confusion. Whatever you thought it probably was, may not have been that. Go inside yourself. Don't go outside yourself, okay? And we got free will. So either I'll see you or I won't. But I'm just letting you know. My love for you never wavered. Twin flame is what it is. That's a bond from the beginning. There's no confusion with that, okay? So, just want to say, put that out there. And anyway, fam, look, I'm gonna leave it at that. I just wanted to put that out there, and I love y'all very much. Like I said, fam, don't go outside yourself, and you know what I mean. If you're going outside yourself, make sure it's making you feel good. If it ain't making you feel good, leave it alone, fam. Go a different direction, okay? And I love y'all very much, man. I know there's been something very enlightening. Something to process, but it's how it goes, family. It's how it goes. I decided to lead by example. I was willing to put myself out there, and I do it all over again for you all. I love you all that much. Okay? That's unconditional love from the divine through me to you all, to light you all up. That's how it goes. I take all them stones. Okay? Hit that like button. Subscribe, leave a comment. Get it on, fam. Get it on. But I'm gonna see y'all next time. Keep your head up. Keep shining. Stay bright. Don't fall for any illusions or conclusion. Come up with your own plan. You know what I mean? And master that. I love you all.